So if you could imagine for a second a vertical and horizontal axis, and somewhere on the vertical axis you write the word stress, and on the bottom axis you write the word time. And during our lives, at home, at work, and other circumstances, there'll be times when our stress will go up, and this can be determined by some crisis happens or some conflict occurs, or it could be a slow build over time when the pressure gets more and more constant and we find ourselves unable to cope. So we all have what's called a line of tolerance. Now, anything below the line is where we feel safe and capable and functional. In other words, our stress hasn't gone into distress, which is above the line. So when you transcend the line of tolerance, suddenly we start to feel a sense of anxiety or fear, because we don't feel the capacity to be able to cope, to deal with the challenge in front of us. Learning is the navigation of the line of tolerance. Because if you go to a learning environment where everything's below the line of tolerance, you'll have a good experience, but you won't necessarily learn. Being pushed above the line of tolerance takes us into that new space of reorganizing neurology, adding new dimensions to our response to cope or deal with challenge. And so a good facilitator knows how to take people individually and collectively along that line so that learning is sustained and maintained, but without it becoming exhausting and terrifying. It's a science in the way that we manage the line of tolerance.